Hey, good morning, Kerbal lovers. Yesterday I did a quick little video making a crappy little rocket and blew up a Kerbal. Today we're going to go through the training scenarios since I haven't played in such a long time. So we're going to get started in basic construction. Here we go. Let's construct something basic. Okay. I got a 50-foot long headphone cable. Welcome to today's lecture on vessel construction. I'm Wershner von Kerman. Whether you want to put a satellite into orbit, make a transcontinental flight, or step into the very surface of the moon, you're going to need to build yourself a ship. It should be pretty easy, even if you're not a famous rocket scientist like myself. In this tutorial, I will first show you around the Kerbal Space Center, then take you to the vehicle assembly building where you'll learn how to construct a simple ship. We'll cover adding and removing parts, what the parts do, how to change the performance setting of the parts, which have that option, and how to control staging. At the end of the tutorial, you will have a craft fit for a quick hop from the launch pad. At each step, I will lock out all controls other than the ones you need for that step. If you still manage to mess up, it took me some time to become as skilled as I am now, you can press the back button to go back and fix things. It won't light up unless you do mess things up. We are now at the Kerbal Space Center. I'll give you a quick rundown on how to get around. The KSC, for short, is home to the pinnacle of Kerbal endeavor and achievements for a space exploration. Using the facilities you can see here, you will be able to manage your space program, create tickets and planes, track your Kerbal explorers as they roam the solar system, find exciting new uses for explosive substances, and in case of emergency, hire more Kerbals. To find out about each of the facilities, you can hover your mouse over them or the facilities button. They show up when the cursor is outside this window. If you need to repair a structure or upgrade them in career, you can do this by right-clicking them. Take some time to hover the mouse over the buildings and see what they are. When you're ready to enter the vehicle, and when you're ready to enter the vehicle assembly building, VAB. Okay, so let's move this over here and let's do some, it says a little bit of hovering around. What's this? Oh, that's the launch pad. That's the vehicle assembly building. That's the space plane. Hey, you know, I never did any space planes. There's the astronaut complex. There's the research and development. And I think that's it. Okay, so here, let's go in there. Woo! We're just cranking along. Very good. What you see in the middle of this screen is the construction area. This is where parts are placed and your craft is constructed. On the left side, over here, of the screen is the parts toolbox. It will show all the parts you have available in each of the different categories. Once there are any to pick, that is. If you want your craft to be controllable, you need a command module. And it's best to make it the first part you place. This part will either contain some plucky Kerbal. This part will either contain some plucky Kerbal crew or an automated pilot mechanism. As we're just starting, there's only one choice. Go ahead and pick that command module from the Pods tab. Okay, so there we go. Hey! After at least one part is placed, you can look around with the following controls. So you can orbit it with the arrow keys. You can right click it, right? You can go up and down like that using the scroll wheel, right? And you can shift scroll wheel to zoom in. Yay! We did it! We're so smart. Okay. Adding a parachute. If you'd like your pilot to be able to make it more than one flight, he or she will have to return safely to the ground or water on Kerbin. Parachutes are a simple way to make sure that happens. They can be found on the Utility tab. Change tabs by clicking their icons on the left. Where's this? There's Utility. Okay. When you're choosing parts, you can view the details by hovering over them in the toolbox. So there you go. Shows us that. When the info is visible, most parts have an additional informational window which can be opened with a right click. Okay, so you can open it permanently if you right click on it. Note the parachute states the effective dynamometer in each state and what the maximum safe speed for deployment is. Go ahead and select the MK16 parachute by left clicking on it and then move it to the top of the command so that the green sphere at the bottom of the parachute lines up. Okay, we'll have to move this out of the way there. Boom, baby! Some parts, like our parachute here, have configurable options. To see these, we need to right-click on the parachute we just attached to the pod. Do that now and see the available parameters. Okay, so there we go. Altitude. On the parachute, you will see that we can adjust our altitude and the atmospheric pressure at which to open. That setting could be quite useful on distant worlds. For now, let's check the opening height of at least 1,000 meters because safety is the Kerbal way. Where are we now? Okay. For the minimum pressure slide, move it to the right to 0.2. Okay, gotta move him out of the way. Yeah, my hands don't work. Okay, there we go. This setting prevents the chute from activating until the atmospheric pressure is above the configured value. On Kerbin, 0.02 is about 9 kilometers in altitude. So even if you stage early and arm the parachute, it will wait until then to activate. You can hide these options by right-clicking on the background screen or picking another part. Add a solid motor. Next up, we're going to need something to make us go up. Nope, that won't do it. Click on the Engines tab on the left to show the available engines and solid rocket motors. Grab one and connect it to the bottom of the pod. You may need to zoom or move the camera to be able to do so. So let's look at engines. Ooh, we got the thumper, sister. Okay, we're going to have to come down here. And boom! Look at that. Oh, man. If Elon sees this out there, you can't use this design without giving me $500 million. Because look at this. This is efficiency in action. Okay. Oops. I forgot you're just starting out. You're not a famous rocket scientist, and to make that craft survivable, as it stands now, you have to be better at rocket science than me. Ha ha! Impossible. The problem with that craft is that this solid rocket is too powerful for the payload. A single small pod and chute, it will either burn up on ascent from going too fast or burn up coming back down. Even if you survive that, the craft's mass will cause it to fall too fast or the parachute to open properly, and you'd hit the surface before it would stop you. Okay, I promise to teach you how to change that to make it work in a later tutorial. But for now, let's continue. Well, at least this way I get to tell you about removing parts. Pick up the BACC thumper and either drop it back over to parts or press delete. Okay. We can do it that way. Okay. Next. Instead, let's add the solid motor that's a better match for a ship of this size. At the start of your career, you will have what I consider rubbish parts. Literally, the motor here looks like and may well be a converted trash can. That said, it does have enough oomph to get this little craft moving skyward and quickly. As you progress, you will be able to unlock more engines and other parts. For now, let's pick up the RT-5 fleet and connect it to the bottom of the pod. Okay, let's pick up this bag. Oh, not quite as sexy as the last one. I think we're going to need some stabilization. Oh, no, the staging stack. Nice one. You've built the simplest survivable craft possible. We could go launch this right now, but it might be safer to explain one other thing first. In the bottom right, you will see a staging stack. It's the one box with the number 0 and icons for the parachute and engine on it. Let me see. Where's the staging stack? Oh, that's over here. See that? That's over here. What this shows is that when we activate the next stage, both the engine and the parachute will be triggered. While it could be considered funny to open the chute and fire the motor at the same time, it's not going to give you much of a flight. To fix this, we need to separate the engine and chute into 2 stages. If you mouse over the 0 stage, you will see a little plus. And then I think you just drag that down there. Let's see. Yep, that's all you do. To fix this, we need to separate it. You mouse over to, you see a little plus. Click the plus and add a new stage. If you add too many, click the minus button on the extra ones to remove them. Make sure you have precisely 2 stages. That's what we got. 0 and 1. Binary 2. Woo! Math lessons, everybody. Math lessons. Adjusting the staging stack. Excellent. Excellent work. It's important to note that the stages activate from the highest number and then count down. So our first stage will be stage 1, the engine, and our second one will be stage 0, the chute. Now drag the engine icon from stage 0 down to stage 1. We already did that because we're special. That's it. Now we have a safe, well, relatively safe craft that's ready to go. Let's make sure that if we need this design again, we don't have to build it all from scratch. At the top of the screen, you will see the name for our craft. Untitled Spacecraft. I wonder how much branding went into that. Why don't you change that to be something else? The most fantabulous rocket in all Kerbal. There we go. And this ship rocks. Okay, when you're ready to go, click save icon and you're ready. Where's save? Let's leave. Save. Woo! Excellent work. Feel free to play around with the parts and techniques I've shown you. And when you're ready to continue, press the red button at the upper right to exit. That's this button. Back at the training menu, try the Flight Basics tutorial to learn how to fly this little craft. And when the immediate construction tutorial can teach you more about the editor. Note, any vessels you create here will be lost when you exit. This is just for playing around. Okay, I wonder if it'll let us go and launch this bad boy. Cargo, crew, actions. I don't know if it'll let us. Nope, I guess not. There we go. That's the first tutorial, kids. Now, you know how to create a basic spaceship. Woo! One can rattle for you. I'll log in after